Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to go over some different types of fuel. Right here we've got the premium diesel, 30/70, 50/50, 70/30, and diesel number 1. The front part with the 30 is diesel number 2, which is the premium diesel. The second number, which is 70, is the diesel number 1. The diesel number 1 is pretty much not going to gel up on you. See, in Iowa, we'll get these cold snaps. So where one day, well, it's an Arctic blast actually, it can be called, where one day it's 30 degrees above 30 degrees temperature out, then all of a sudden an Arctic blast comes through and we're at negative 30 degrees. Now, if you've got the wrong fuel in your system, most likely your system's going to gel up. So if you're at negative 30 degrees, that's where I'm suggesting diesel number 1. You'll get a little bit less fuel mileage, but all in all, you don't have to worry about your system gelling up. Then you got to get a tow. Then you got to replace the fuel filters. And then you've got to have a bunch of residues like paraffin and all that in your fuel lines that you're going to want to get flushed out. Now, I also work with a tow company to where I don't go to the larger Quick Stars and stuff like that, or not to say any names, but the larger fuel stations, because they pay the weather game. Like I said, I know a towing company that discussed this with me, and they said what they do is they adjust the blends playing the weather game. Well, a poor guy, 300-gallon tanks, fills up at a large fuel station, and they're playing the weather game with them. All of a sudden, he runs into an Arctic blast that doesn't know that's happening, and his system gels up on him. Well, he can't prove where he got the fuel at because he's 150 miles away. Now, another aspect that people talk about is additives. Now, you have to make sure that you have the right additive. For example, diesel or 911 diesel or whatever it is, 911 heat or whatever, that states on there does not prevent gelling. It actually says it on the bottle. So you actually have to watch that. What that does is it helps thaw out the gelled diesel fuel and turns it more back into a liquid so you can at least go somewhere. What you need to do is find an actual additive that says cetanes in it, that says will prevent, assist and prevent against gelling. So like I said, this is for newer drivers and just for other drivers in particular that may have just kind of just space it off in their head. I get my fuel from a co-op that's off of Highway 63, maybe about 6-7 miles south of Highway 20 by Waterloo, Iowa. And that pretty much wraps up the different types of diesels. Hopefully this helps new drivers out, and drive safe out there.